You action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another T&I toy review. And for today's review, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new DC Essentials Red Hood figure from DC Collectibles. Now this is figure number 18 in the series, and it comes packaged in the same style that we've been seeing with all the Essential figures. You've got the red and white highlights on the packaging, and it's featured in a window box so you can see it clearly displayed, the figure. And then up at the top, you've got the DC Essentials name and the name of the character. Down below, you've got the DC Collectibles logo. On the side of the packaging, you've just got an image of the figure, and then on the back of the packaging, you have another image of the figure, a brief bio in multiple languages, a look at 4 additional figures that'll be out in early 2020. Will these be the final figures released for the DC Essentials line? Dun dun dun! DC Collectibles isn't saying, but they haven't announced anything more beyond these 4 shown here. And then below that, it tells us the Red Hood figure was sculpted by Paul Harding. All right, let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging. And this figure has started to hit comic and specialty shelves just today. So if you want to pick it up, you probably want to check your local comic book shop. And the figure, it comes with 2 pairs of hands. So you get the pair of closed-fisted hands, which are attached to the figure when you first take it out of the packaging. And then you get this pair of grip hands for holding his weapons. And then you also get his 2 pistols, which are done with a metallic silver, and you've got the black on the handle. That's done with a fairly thin plastic, but it's hard, and you know, I like the metallic silver and everything. And mainly I just like the fact that you can actually take the guns out of the holsters. And you do have working gun holsters, so when he's not holding the guns in his hands, you can slide the weapons in those holsters and they will actually stay in there pretty tight. Okay, now for the figure itself, so starting with the head sculpt, I really like this metallic red that they've used on the helmet. I think it looks really nice, makes it look like it's metal. It's all nice and shiny in the light. You've got the whited out eyes with some black trim. You've got some nice sculpting detail on the helmet. Now you don't get an alternate unmasked head with this figure, unfortunately. But again, I think they've done a really nice job with the overall look of the helmet. And you can also make out like the outline of his ears here and stuff. So again, really nice attention to detail and everything. And it does look like an actual helmet that he's wearing. Now for the rest of the figure, he's got the leather jacket, which is done with a light brown color, and it's very clean looking. The jacket itself is a separate piece. It's pretty skin tight on the figure, but it is a separate piece made with a soft plastic. And then the sleeves of the jacket are actually sculpted. He's got the gray underneath with the red bat symbol, which is just painted on there. And with my figure at least, it looks like you can see a little bit of gray coming through on the red. Not a major deal, but like here on the end, it looks like you can see a little bit of gray. I don't know how well that'll show up on camera, but with mine, you know, it looks like the gray is bleeding through just a little bit. And then, like I said, for the rest of the outfit, you basically just have that basic gray color. He's got the gun belt with the working gun holsters, and the belt is a separate piece made with a soft rubber type material. You've got the metallic silver on the buckle, which looks pretty good, and you've got some sculpting detail on the belt. And then you've got on the hands, you've got the little metallic silver tabs on the knuckles. And then on the feet, you've got the shin guards with the metallic silver and the silver on the boots. And then he's just wearing the black shoes, and you even have some sculpting detail on the soles. And here's a look at the jacket from the back, and overall, you know, nice detailing with this line work. And here at the bottom, you've got some sculpting detail, so it looks pretty good. Very clean looking again, you know, no dirt or anything, but I think they've captured the look of the character pretty well with this. So this figure stands right about 7 inches tall exactly. Here's a comparison of the DC Essentials Batman figure with the Red Hood, and these two are about the same height. And here's a comparison with the recently released DC Multiverse 6-inch Red Hood figure from Mattel, and this one of course is shorter, but overall detail-wise, I definitely think the Essential figure looks better. That metallic red looks a lot better on the helmet, and of course you do have the removable guns. Really, the only advantage I would give to the Mattel figure is you did get that unmasked head with that one. And just for fun, I stuck that unmasked Red Hood figure from the DC Mattel Multiverse figure. And while it is a little bit small, I think actually it doesn't look too bad, and it does actually fit on the figure. And here's a comparison with an older DC Collectibles Red Hood figure. This is based on the New 52 look. And there are some things I like better about this figure. I like the sculpting detail in the chest area, but again, I really like this metallic red that they used on this new figure over the previous ones. Okay, and here's a comparison for all you who want to have your past, future, and present Robins together. So we've got the Dick Grayson Nightwing from DC Essentials. We've got the Jason Todd Red Hood figure from DC Essentials. And then this is actually the Mattel Tim Drake Red Robin figure, which I think scale-wise works pretty well, even though this is a 6-inch scale figure. And then this is an older DC Collectibles Damian Wayne Robin figure, which again, scale-wise seems to work pretty well. And if you prefer Red Robin's original outfit, you can go with this older DC Collectibles New 52 version, even though the articulation isn't as good. Okay, so for articulation on this figure, you get pretty good head movement. You can turn the head to the left and to the right, and then he can look down pretty good. So I did have to loosen the ball joint. It's on a ball. The neck is a hinge joint, and I did have to loosen that with some with a hair dryer. But once you get it loosened, he gets actually pretty good movement down and forward. You don't really get, well, you do actually get some pretty good head pivot with this one. You can do the arms out at the shoulder about that much, and you've got good rotation there at the shoulder. You've got a bicep swivel. You've got a double hinged elbow, so you can bend the elbow pretty good. You've got rotation with the hands. You've got hinges, so up and down movement. You've got an ab crunch joint, so he can crunch forward about that much, and then you can do it back about that much. You've got a waist swivel with the legs. You can do the splits even with the holsters. You can do the splits about that much, and then you can get the leg forward pretty good there, and you can do the leg out and back. You've got a thigh swivel. You've got a double jointed knee, so good bending there at the knee, and then you get a boot cuff swivel. Even with the shin guards, you do have a boot cuff swivel. You have hinges, so up and down movement with the feet, and you do have ankle pivot and rotation with these as well. And then 2 peg holes on the bottom of the feet. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I like the figure. I really like the metallic red on the helmet. I like the fact that you can remove the guns from the gun holsters. The overall look of the figure is pretty good. Articulation is on par with the rest of the figures in the line. And if you've been collecting the other DC Essential figures, I think you'll want to add this one to your collection. Now, I don't know how much life this line has left in it, possibly just 4 more figures. But, you know, that's not 100% confirmed, and so we'll just have to wait and see. But again, if you've been collecting the other figures, the other Batman figures, I think you'll definitely want to add this to your collection, and this figure is hitting comic and specialty shops now. We'll have a full image gallery up at toynewseye.com. There'll be a link in the video description below. As always, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're so inclined, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And of course, you can also follow me on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. I have links to those in the video description as well. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.